Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks. Hopefully today will be better than yesterday. Lord, we had a catastrophe from the get-go.
Yeah.
But, we got Mike Z there. He straightened it all out for us about halfway through. So thank you so much, Mike. We appreciate it. Thank you. Good morning, Pat.
Hey there, Stephen. How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, I figured out how to get the comments can go up on the screen while we're talking, see? So that works out good. And
yeah, I meant to ask you if you read the comments from yesterday once they appeared up on the screen.
They all appeared at once.
Yeah, we got to get through it pretty
Well,
quick.
there was a bunch of people that apparently we bored yesterday.
Well, we wasn't bored. I can tell you that. We were freaking out over here, but we got.
Something else I wanted to mention to you. You know, it wasn't yesterday. I think it was Wednesday. You had this idea about letting all the prisoners who were in jail because of marijuana possession, letting them out to create more space for the serious crimes. And apparently we have important people listening to our show because the Anoda District Attorney, Jeff Langley, texted me and said, there's nobody in jail for possession. There's almost 50,000 inmates in Georgia, and there's 213 of those are in jail for either the sale or distribution of marijuana.
Well, I guess
so. It's less than 0.5%.
Well, that's a few beds, ain't? I mean, that's a few.
Well, so every little bit helps, but it's not going to create enough beds for all the bad guys that are out there.
I'm telling you, if you do that, if they legalize marijuana and then you let the people out that are in there for marijuana crimes, and then you go ahead and execute the ones that's on to be executed, I mean, that'd clear up a few, would it not?
Yeah.
I missed the execution part.
Well, I just added that too.
Will that be like public firing a squad or something along those lines?
Firing,
hanging.
Yeah, hanging.
Public hang. Good.
Yeah. What was that?
What your problem is, Stephen?
I ain't got no problem.
Yeah, you got a problem. You were born at the wrong time. You should have been born 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I think he was.
I think you just, it'd be so much easier, and better and cheaper and all that. I think if people realize the money they spent on all these criminals, their mind would be blown. They'd be like, we got to do something like this. Cause it's like $60,000 a year to keep a criminal in jail.
Depending on the state, yeah. And again, and we've talked about this before. If you're on death row, it's like twice that.
And here's something else, and I know this for a fact because I got one of my best buddies that's actually in prison right now. There's more drugs in prison than there are out here on the streets.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly. And how does that happen? How does that happen, Pat?
I don't know.
Oh, nobody.
Every once in a while, we get a jailer who got caught for smuggling drugs into a prison, right?
I mean, you would think they could figure out how to stop all that. Would you not think?
I would think, Stephen, if only you were there to advise them how to do it correctly.
I mean, it's not rocket science, man. It's
not. I know. You'd fix so many things with this program. You know, like the overpopulation of the earth. You execute enough people, you got population control.
Well,
wait. Didn't that German guy do that? No, we can't do that, Stephen.
I can't believe you even went to that, Pat.
It just slipped my mind.
Are you calling me a Nazi?
Did I say that word?
Nazi, you're calling me a Nazi?
Did I say the N-word? No, I did not.
Well, you're a Democrat then. Take that.
Well, you're an idiot. You're a moron then. How's that? If we want to call names, let's get to it.
Yeah. No, there is a problem in the prison system. Do you not think? Because it's just a door, and so it made it where it was not, a delight to be in there. I mean, it's not good. I know that by all means, but it's not like, it's. Yeah. Anyway, and what's the guy? Oh yeah, that's
Brian Koberger.
Is that the guy that
killed the
girls? And he's like, oh, I'm having a hard time in prison.
He's having a hard time getting his beauty sleep.
Yeah.
What did he think it was going to be like? Right.
Well, he was a criminologist, so he figured it would be all fun and interesting and cool.
Oh.
Turns out you need sleep to survive, I guess.
Well, let me ask you something now. Do they have I know in Vegas they have all kinds of bets going on. Have they got something bet how long he'll make it before somebody takes him out?
Like a Deadpool?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do they have that?
You can bet your bippy that they do have odds on that. They have odds on everything, so you can bet on anything you like.
Yeah.
Did you see the prison's response, by the way, to when Koberger complained? He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. All our prisoners like to communicate. Everything's fine."
Yeah,
there you go.
That was pretty much it.
I don't know, man. We're talking about the prison and all that kind of stuff. We got Trump trying to clean up D.C. and he's doing a pretty good job. Or not him, but the people he put in charge is doing a pretty good job of them. But we got the redistricting thing that Texas is trying to do, and Gavin Newsom jumped on that. We're going to redistrict ours if you redistrict yours. Yeah. Now Gavin Newsom vows that he will double California's violent crimes if Trump doesn't stop cleaning up D.C. So,
yeah. For some reason, I think that's one promise he can actually keep.
Yeah,
yeah.
If you're gonna lock him up, we're gonna turn him loose. Yeah. He's such a great guy. I can't wait till he's president. This is gonna be a wonderful place, is it not?
And they think this is a winning strategy, huh?
They do. Yeah. They do. But what they don't understand is that Texas actually has more Democrat seats available than California has Republican seats. So if California wants to play this game, Texas can go back and play this game.
The other part that they missed is Texas can do this already. California can't do it unless they get a positive vote of the people.
Right. And they've already done it. I mean, what's left to gerrymander in California?
And think about this. Let's say that people do vote yes. So let's go ahead and do that. This will not take place by the midterms, which is the whole point of trying to gerrymander this so that you don't get thrown out of office in the midterms.
Well, I think Mel Gibson or James Woods, one or the other, is going to run for the governor of California, and I'm all for that. I'm really pulling. I like both of them big time, but if you see Mel Gibson in The Patriot, I'm voting for him. Yeah, I'm voting for Mel
or Braveheart.
Okay. Braveheart. Yeah,
I think people need to keep in mind that their characters in a movie are not real.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, James Woods and Mel Gibson are conservative. I'll guarantee you that.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And they're kind of like, they're kind of like some of us out here that don't really care. They're going to do what's right regardless of, broken hearts.
They're going to do what they think is right, right?
Well,
not necessarily follow the law, but
so far, that none of them follow the law. Democrats ain't following the law.
Yeah, so justification for Republicans not following the law is the Democrats did it first. What is this? A playground at a schoolyard?
My grandmother always told me what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You ever heard that? Yeah.
That goes back to the eye for an eye, right?
I'm good with that. Are you good with that?
Yeah, I figured you would be.
Are you not good with that?
We don't do that anymore.
How come? That's what's wrong with the world today.
The Lord said vengeance is his.
Yeah, so let's send some of them criminals on up there and let him take vengeance on them. That's what I say. Let him set them down. Ain't that what the song says?
You're not too judgmental this morning, are you?
I'm not, man. I'm just telling you like it is.
He's just so happy there's no gremlins in the works this morning. Yes. We're actually having a successful show this morning.
Wait a minute. We're only 15 minutes in. Don't jinx it.
I just called the no-hitter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Called the no-hitter in the top of the ninth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you not think, though? I mean, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's where you're going with all that kind of stuff. So if you guys,
where does that end?
Hammurabi said it ends just fine.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this question. You got somebody?
No. Where does it end? Let's say you and I are on opposite sides, and you slate me in some way.
You sounded
let's pretend you and I are on opposite sides. Let's keep the hoax going, right? And you take your vengeance on me in some manner. Do you think I'm not going to retaliate?
No, you said you wouldn't.
And
he will turn the other cheek.
Yeah. Not if we're an eye for an eye. If that's the law of the land, then it never ends until everybody except one person is extinguished.
So how about this? If somebody comes and it'll end when the good people is the only one left, you know what I'm saying? Because let's say somebody comes and they steal your car, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And then I think if you can figure out who they are, you ought to go back and steal everything they got. I mean, everything. Just clear them out.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
How about that?
And how do they feel when you've done that?
I don't even care. They started it. Did they not?
They're going to come back, and this time I'm not going to only steal your stuff. I'm going to beat the crap out of you.
Then you go back and you shoot them. See how it works out?
See, that's you just made You just made my point. It's never ending until one person, the last person, is standing.
And guess what? That dude or whoever it is, he ain't gonna steal your car again. And you're going to have all this stuff.
This is not a scene from The Quick and the Dead, Stephen. Come
and
on.
to get to dance on his grave? Is that what you're saying?
I've been seeing all this stuff and everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that would solve a lot of problems. Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the things that would solve problems is if we went to a break.
Wow. Man, you love that break. Hey, I uploaded that video. I meant to tag you in it, but I get you tagged there. You're wanting to go to a break. We're not. Y'all have to watch that. That's hilarious if you missed that. So, all right, let's get to a break. All righty, we're back with you. And during the break, we have discovered that it's Stephen has got JD at the end of his. So it's Stephen Harper JD, and he said, "I am Stephen Phillips ADD." So
ADD. That's right.
Yeah, ADD. So I'm Stephen Phillips ADD. So
at your service.
That's even better than a PhD, ain't it?
Right. That's right.
Because A starts at the front. So
I'm Patrick Malone, RINO.
Right.
Amen.
Also ends in a D because there's your Democrat right at the end of the Rhino designation.
Yeah, Democrat. So, oh Lord, they're mad. I reckon this is hilarious. I reckon the Border Patrol was arresting illegal aliens outside of Gavin Newsom's press conference.
Yeah, that was just a coincidence.
Oh, that was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
You couldn't have scripted that any better, man.
No. Yeah. And that shows you who's at his press conferences, all them league. Yeah, give us money. So, and then Karen Bass, she's all, man, did you see her? She's melting down, man.
Yeah.
She is like, this
Bless
is
her heart.
Yeah. Trump has officially broken Karen Bass. There's no doubt, because she was triggered, and she is like, this is not right. Y'all shouldn't arrest anybody outside of Gavin Newsom. Oh, it's the Democrats who should let us speak and all that stuff. But I'm cool with that. That was funny. How many did they get?
I think 46 now.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah. What I find hilarious also is that, the other day we were saying the mayor of DC was calling their police chief like the best in the business and this and that, and she couldn't answer that question about chain of command.
Yeah.
Well, she's no longer in command. She's been replaced by temporarily by who they get? DEA Administrator Terry Cole is now the emergency police commissioner of DC. So,
do we know anything about
Pamela? Well, he's probably cooler than Pamela Smith. I can guarantee. He probably knows what chain of command means because he's at the top of it.
I guess he's got man hair like she's got. She's got man hair. Y'all notice that she's got man hair. Yeah. She's a mean looking thing, but she's not. She's a DEI and he's a DEA, right?
There's your ADD kicking in right there.
I love it, man.
There it is.
There you go. So we have solved the problem.
So officially diagnosed.
They're over 100 already as far as violent criminals that they've been looking for. Are they not in DC, or do you got an update on that?
I don't have an updated number. Pat, you got an updated number on that?
No, I don't. It goes on. They'll keep going until things settle down.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would just.
And when they have less crime, everybody will be happy that the president did this.
But they won't blame it. They won't thank Trump for that. They will thank everyone but Trump for that.
You said
but they'll be on to the next shiny thing by that time.
If they would just end the cashless bail.
Cashless. Okay,
yeah, cashless. Yeah. So there's no revolving door in the when you get arrested and you just go right back out the door.
That would solve. What exactly is cashless bail?
No bail.
Okay.
You come out on your own recognizance.
So I had to get that straight. I thought you couldn't use cash. I thought, okay, they're going
credit card. Venmo.
Yeah, I got a Venmo here. Yeah. I don't know if I can spell Estivister Vara, whatever the name is, but I found it out in the parking lot and it's bound to work. So yeah, you're right about that. And they just repeating doors. So that and that goes back to an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But to me, they're gonna keep going until they run out of criminals. And so
this is going to cost eventually because we don't have jail capacity to hold all these people.
Well, let me
and it doesn't do any good to crack down on them and then put them in the revolving door that you're talking about.
Well, now, were there not? Do we not have private prisons that's held by private people, or
there are private prisons that are run by private companies?
Correct.
But who owns the prison?
The prison itself
company.
is still owned by. No, I believe that the prison itself is still owned by the state. It's just outsourced. It's licensed out to the management company to run. But I believe the assets belong to the state.
So
In some cases, but some cases they built new prisons. Private companies built their own prisons.
Right on.
And then got the contract.
Is that what's happening at the deportation depot? I
don't know. Those were built by the state.
Yeah. So deportation depot, that's that new one, that new immigrant holding facility that Ron DeSantis is talking about up in Florida. It's just outside Lake City, which if you're familiar with Florida, is up north, just south of the I-10 corridor. It's at Baker Correctional Institution, so it's an existing facility, kind of like Alligator Alcatraz, and we'll see what happens there. I don't know how big it is or anything,
but we still do have private prisons.
We do,
yes.
I mean, that'd be a good job to get into, or a good business. Build a big old wall, put some razor wire around it, throw them all in the middle of it.
A couple of cameras.
Kind
of looks like the inside of the studio. Couple cameras, some razor wire.
I was thinking that they did something against that where they took that away, but I might be wrong about that. I might be totally wrong. But as far as private prisons and all that, but prisons are out of control too, and that's one of the things they need to start with. If you ask me, that's just my personal opinion. So I keep watching the Border Patrol over and over again, arresting them people. So, and Obama's back in there. He praises Democrats who fled Texas redistricting vote. That would make you feel good. Obama's back in the news. Why, does anybody really even care what he says anymore?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
he's not moving the needle on any of the issues. I don't believe.
Right.
No, I mean, I don't understand why, if your name is being dragged through the mud like Obama's is and like Hillary Clinton's is, why are you talking?
Right.
Listen to your lawyer and just keep your lips sealed together where they should be.
Yeah, and I know I don't hear anything he's got to say. We all know where he's from, So,
yeah.
Oh well, what did the police chief up there say when they fired her? Is she fired or just out of commission?
No, she's just no longer at the top of that thing that she didn't know what it meant. What was that? Chain of command. So she's no longer at the top of the chain of command.
Yeah, but she's still getting paid.
She's still getting paid. She hasn't been suspended. She hasn't been. Okay. She's still. Yeah, she's just no longer in charge.
So basically,
I got a problem with this. This is how the government increases its size.
I'm with you on that, but now she's getting paid to do the same thing she was doing before.
Nothing.
Which is nothing.
Yeah. So yeah. And how long is this going to last? How long? A month?
Who knows?
30 days is the time.
Well, but then he can do it again.
Yeah, so, he could reissue another order and get another 30 days out of it.
Yeah. So I would imagine it goes until the numbers start improving more substantially than they have been.
So what do you think about Elizabeth Warren? Trump demands Elizabeth Warren take a drug test.
What? Well, she's Native American, so there'll be lots of peyote, lots of mescaline, that kind of thing.
I wonder what she's on, man.
Honestly. Peyote, mescaline, allegedly,
mushrooms,
just allegedly.
Yeah, mushrooms. We lost connection on your thing again. You done messed it all up. Yeah, look at they're starting again. Boom. All right. Oh, looky there. There's Mike Z. If y'all can see, there's Mike Z. How pretty is he, man? That's the guy right there. I mean, he looks like Kenny Rogers. Does he not look like Kenny Rogers? No kidding. So, all right, let's go to a break, folks. We're going to jump to a break. We'll talk about Elizabeth Warren and some other stuff going on the other side. All righty, I'm back with you. We are having trouble again, but that's all right. We're rolling right on through this. Hey, let me ask you something on this before we get to this next thing we was going to talk about. You know, we talking about Elizabeth taking a drug test.
Yep.
I think they all ought to have to take drug tests.
I think they should.
I mean, honestly, right from the top all the way to the bottom. Do you not think?
I mean, most government employees have to take a drug test to become a government employee.
Right.
Now, I know they're not technically employees, but they're the government. You'd think they'd have to take a drug test.
Hey, grab that. That might be her man. It's Friday, right?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah. What's the guy's name?
Andrew
Clyde.
What's the guy's name? You didn't do that again.
Put him on.
That's why he won't give you a cell phone number, man.
Yeah.
Holy
That's my ADHD CDP. All right, we got him on there. Good morning, Andrew Clyde. Can you hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear, gentlemen. How are you today?
We're doing good. I finally got me some initials at the end of my name. It's Stephen Phillips, ADHD, or what was that? ADD?
ADHD.
I'm important now, man. I'm important now. How you been doing?
I've been doing great, thank you.
Oh.
Now that I'm back in the district for a little bit.
Oh man, we're having all kinds of fun, man. This thing out there where they at the Gavin Newsom event where they locked up all of his people that was listening to him. I think that's hilarious.
Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every bit of that.
Yeah. Oh Lord of mercy. So what have you been into? You're kind of down home now?
Yeah, down home at least for a little bit, pretty much through the end of August. Although I'll be out of state next week for a little bit.
Right.
But I will tell you, I'm looking forward to going back to a much safer Washington D.C. In early September.
Right.
So thankful for what the president is doing. The city council is insane. The mayor is nowhere to be seen, and I believe she was in Martha's Vineyard.
She was in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking care of business, Washington D.C. business for Martha's Vineyard.
What I think
when there's an emergency, a crime emergency.
They said Gavin Newsom's going to actually try to double down on this violent crime things that he's doing in D.C. He's saying that if Gavin Newsom vows that to double California's violent crimes if Trump doesn't stop cleaning up D.C.
My question to the Democrats is, okay, so, how much violent crime is acceptable?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. That kind of goes back to the JD Vance thing, when he was talking about the Colorado apartment complexes being taken over by Tren de Aragua. Listen to yourself. How much is too much?
Yeah.
One is too much.
Oh Lord.
That's right.
Andrew,
right.
I'm sorry. Pat Malone's got a question. I can tell why he's looking. What you got, Pat?
I do have a question. I'd like to look forward, Congressman, and you guys are going back the first week in September, and we need a budget before the end of September. Do you think we're going to get one, or are we going to do another continuing resolution?
Well, I will be working very hard to ensure that the appropriations process is completed, at least on the House side. Mm-hmm. We have 9 of the 12 appropriations have gone through committee. We have 3 more to go, and from looking at the schedule, I believe those will be done within the first 2 weeks of September. So I think by the 14th or so, they will be completed through committee. And during that time frame, we will also be bringing those that I think 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken, have already gone through the House floor and passed the House. So we probably have 7 or 8 that have to be voted on the House floor. It's doable. It's absolutely doable. The question is, can we get the Senate to do it?
Yeah, right.
That has typically been our roadblock. And I will tell you that I'm working very, after the Senate does, passes their appropriations, their budget. If the two are not the same, then we go into conference, what's called conference. And that generally is made up of members of the Appropriations Committee and their staff. And so I'm working very hard to be included as one of the conferees, as they call them,
right.
To actually negotiate between the House and the Senate, because we need to keep our conservative House bills compared to the Senate. And so that's one of the things I'll be working on very diligently. And, we're literally in after we come back on the 2nd, we're literally in until the very end of September. So we have a good bit of time on the calendar, legislative days. And I look forward to ensuring that the appropriations process is complete, and I'll do everything I can to make that happen.
There are lots of moving parts to be done in a short period of time, and historically that has not been the Senate's best card, has it?
You are absolutely correct, Pat. It has not been the Senate's best card, but the Senate is now under at least Republican leadership. I won't say Republican control, because we actually, you have the filibuster there
right.
still, and the filibuster will apply to the appropriations process. It did not apply to the one big beautiful bill because it was budget reconciliation. That bypassed the Senate filibuster, and that's literally the reason we were able to get it passed.
Wow.
And make it so conservative. All right. Was totally thrilled on budget reconciliation to see that my input was included there in the elimination of the National Firearms Act tax.
Right.
For 2/3, actually a whole lot, percentage-wise, a whole lot more, but at least 2/3 of the categories of firearms in the National Firearms Act. And I want you to know that we are working on budget reconciliation number 2.
All right.
And that's because primarily of the Senate filibuster. And, you know, the appropriations process is going to have to go through the Senate filibuster, but budget reconciliation does not. So that's another opportunity for us to pass Republican-only legislation, which means much more conservative and much less expensive.
Amen.
Than
when you open that, when you open the lid on that Pandora's box on reconciliation, what happens if a time comes that Democrats are now in control?
Well, you know, that's up to the country, Pat. And I believe that if we do this right and we continue, you know, making America great again, as the president has said, and America continues to prosper, then I believe that will be a very, very long way, you know, that'll be long into the future. But you have to have the three, literally, you have to have the trifecta, the House, the Senate, and the presidency in order to do budget reconciliation, where only, you know, your party can influence it. Yeah. So, you know, that's the stopgap for us.
Yeah. While we're talking money, one more question, Stephen. How's the fundraising going for the re-election campaign?
Oh, this is an official call, Pat.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure. Wait. I'm sorry. You're in the office.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Forget that I asked that.
Okay. I want to know something. This, you know, Trump and administration is cutting back with the EPA and all their overreach and that kind of stuff. Is that going to stick? I mean, there are so many rules and regulations on cars and buildings and all this stuff that's just BS, and is you know, and they're cutting back on that. How are we gonna make that stick?
Well, those regulations come from literally the executive branches, like from the EPA under the Biden administration, you know, from the Department of Energy under the Biden administration. One of the bills that passed earlier this year, passed the House, the Senate, and was signed into law, was a rule passed by the Department of Energy to further restrict home appliances. I mean, everybody has seen how the gas can, you know, the nozzles, the new nozzles on the gas can that everybody hates.
Yes. Okay.
They don't work well. I think they're more dangerous. And, you know, but that was a rule passed by the administration that, in my opinion, needs to be removed and eliminated. And here you have one bureaucrat passing, you know, signing into to regulation a rule, all right, and then you have to have the entire 435 members of the House, the 100 members of the Senate, both of us vote on it, and the president then has to sign it in order to take down that rule that the one bureaucrat put in place. All right, that's wrong. That's not representative government, in my opinion.
I agree, and it's just, and it goes on and on and on with the EPA. And
it
it's
does.
Just nonsense stuff. It's like, who comes up with these plans? I mean, who's in charge with that?
Yeah. Right. Now, fortunately, we have a Trump EPA. Right. All right.
Lee Zeldin.
Lee Zeldin. Yep. Lee Zeldin, great Republican. And, you know, and so I'm not terribly worried about the current administration. It's the next administration, the administration after that, which is why we have to codify these things into law. All right. While we have the opportunity right now.
That's my thing. A lot of the stuff going on, we need to get on with it and vote it on in and get it done. Because I think the EPA has hurt the economy drastically, honestly.
Oh, mercy. Yes, they have.
Yeah. And some of the nonsense they come up with. So I reckon Steve's got something he's wanting.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Andrew, I'm pretty sure you're going to be in town next weekend here in Hialeah. You've got
yes, absolutely. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind you of your calendar there, Mr. Congressman.
Hey, there are so many things on my calendar that I literally have to look at it every day to remind myself what's there.
I'll bet. Well, just to remind you, sir, that you will be here in Hiawassee for next Saturday, August 23rd, for the Republican Party's end of summer patriotic boat parade. And
I believe I'm the Grand Marshal.
You are the Grand Marshal, and there's a lunch with you that's available, and you can swing by the Republican Party's headquarters and sign up and hang out with Andrew Clyde. Andrew, if you recall, that's where you and I met.
Oh boy,
it was at a Trump boat rally, and you were the Grand Marshal.
Hey, we talked about this yesterday with Gary Chapman. Hey, you remember me? You get that a lot, right? Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I was going to be the Grand Marshal of that. They asked me first, but I don't reckon they got somebody more important. So I guess I'll just be riding back there in the boat somewhere.
Well, I would be happy to share it with you.
No, you wouldn't either, man.
You
ain't got enough bodyguards.
One of you would be grand.
You got a re-election campaign to think about. Don't be sharing the stage with Stephen.
Oh man, sakes alive. Every time I see there's another post where you're somewhere else, you are busy, but we sure do appreciate it. But I think that boat parade's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah. So
if the weather's like it was out there yesterday.
Amazing.
Yeah, no doubt. What else? We got anything else you want to ask him, Pat? I know you always like to try to put him on the gun. He always just mocks with you.
Don't. I try to ask him sensible questions, Stephen.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else. Those were the two that I had. So
okay.
Well, let me add a little bit of additional good news.
Okay.
And you see that the economy is growing. All right. We saw the numbers come out for the second quarter of this year, and they're growing. The economy is now growing at 3%. Okay. I will tell you that in the big beautiful bill, we did not consider the economy to grow that fast.
Nice.
Okay, we considered it at 2.6%. Now, people might think, okay, well, it's a 0.4%, growth of gross domestic product, increase, big deal. What does that mean? Well, this is what it means. For every 1% of growth of the gross domestic product in our economy, the federal government receives an additional $3 trillion of revenue over the 10-year budget cycle.
Wow.
So $300 billion a year. All right. That's an incredible increase, all right, of when the gross domestic product goes up. So a 0.4% means, over what we were expecting is an additional $1.2 trillion or $120 billion a year, all right, into the Treasury, all right, to reduce the deficit. And we know President Trump, he's big on the economy, and he built the best economy in his first term that we had seen. And as we see, it is not just matching, but is beating expectations right now. And so I'm really, really excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
We are moving forward in a great direction. And the last 4 years of penitence or a purgatory, that's the word I was looking for. The last 4 years of purgatory are over.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Yeah, it's been up. And the funny thing, the Democrats don't know which way to go, what to do, and nobody's. Yeah, I think it's great. It's wonderful, except for Pat Malone. He's against it. So anyway, well, I guess that's about all the time we got, man. I was sitting there thinking about that boat parade thing. I might join you on that.
You need to.
Yeah. What size Speedo do you wear? I'll buy them. I'll get matching American Speedos.
No comment.
We look good, man.
You have officially silenced a U.S. congressman. Are you happy with yourself?
We just won't be noticed. Yeah, we won't be noticed.
Oh, you're gonna be noticed, all right.
Ah, man. One of these days I'm gonna get to meet you, and I hope you're nice to me when you do. Not choke me or something for saying all this nonsense.
I love you guys. You know it. I love you guys. I love WJRB. I love being on. I love talking to the folks. There in Towns County and Hiawassee and all around Lake Chatuge, and really looking forward to the boat parade next Saturday.
Right.
And
Yeah, it's
I'll
gonna be
see you
good.
then in person.
Good.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. We absolutely appreciate you, Andrew. And I guess we'll talk to you Saturday then. Look like so.
Yep.
All right, man.
Sounds good, gentlemen.
You take
All
care.
right. Bye-bye.
All righty, now we're back. We're get some serious stuff out of South Carolina. Take it away, Steve.
Yeah, breaking news out of South Carolina. There will be 2 new Democratic names on the primary. One is God and one is Superman.
All out of North
reading
Carolina.
that right? Am I reading that right? Oh, well, no, sorry. It was one of the gubernatorial candidates just got arrested in his underwear for yelling profanities and claiming that he was both God and Superman.
And he's in his underwear. Gubernatorial. What was that?
Gubernatorial candidate.
Oh, Goober got locked up in his underwear.
Yeah, he may claim he's Superman, but he's no Dean.
Oh, and then we got a foot-long felony here. I reckon DOJ worker fired after he assaulted the police with a sandwich.
Yeah, the Subway.
It's a felony. They said felony assault because it was a foot long. Now, it would have been a misdemeanor if it was a 6-inch.
Yeah, the 6 inch you're allowed. It's like a fine, a slap on the wrist. But you go full foot long, man, they're going to throw the book at you.
It's on. I know, man. It's like that tells you the difference between rednecks and not rednecks. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. What are you saying?
Well, if it had been a redneck, they'd have thrown a beer. No, they wouldn't have either. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They would. I fixed they'd throw their beer, but they wouldn't do that.
No, they're not going to throw the beer. They're
not going to waste good beer.
They'll throw the empty can when they're done.
No, I remember they was throwing fried chicken that one time. I thought, dang, I might get signed on for that. That just make me mad. And everybody does GPS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody goes, and you always sometimes you end up in a field or a pasture or a barn or something, it just
creek.
A creek, and you just keep driving and driving and driving. But we got a man hospitalized after GP chat advised him to swap table salt with a chemical of some kind.
Oh man.
Yeah, he thought that was a good idea. How about that? Yeah, chat.
Good way to lose weight, right?
Yeah. Can't afford the Ozempic, I guess.
Yeah, Lord of mercy, So that's the thing, some people put GPS in, they just follow it right to the end. You are here, and it's like, where am I?
There's a difference between GPS and GPT.
I'm saying people are still taking directions from artificial intelligence, and they're following it to the end. Don't quit. Don't stop. Keep going.
Hey,
I know.
It's called intelligent. It has to be right? Plus, I saw it on the internet.
Yeah. You can believe that, no doubt. So
hey, don't forget, Powerball jackpot is more than $500 billion.
$500 billion.
So half a billion. I'm sorry, $500 million.
So, Pat, if you win that, are you going to pay down the deficit?
No, I have no obligation. I did not cause the deficit. I'm not paying it down.
I don't never do the Powerball or none of that stuff, but when it gets up to how much? $500 million?
$565 million.
So then everybody runs out and buys a ticket. And but it's like 10 or 20 or 30 million. It's like, I ain't wasting my time with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not worth the investment. That's not a good return on investment.
Yeah. How much does it cost? Is it Powerball?
Yeah, I think
Powerball is still $2.
So which one?
$2, but to get the adder, the kicker, you got to add the extra $1. So it's $3 if you want the full payout.
And you got to get numbers. You got to pick numbers or something. I'm sorry.
They can pick for you. But if they pick for you, think about this. If you let them pick for you, that means you're relying on 100% pure chance twice, because you have to win that. And then when the numbers get picked, you got to hope that they match. I mean, that's the odds of that, man. Not very substantial.
Remember all them folks won up there in one state, and they'd all use their numbers off of their fortune cookies that they got at a Chinese restaurant.
Man,
do you remember that? Yeah, they actually did an investigation. So many people had got the same number. Like, that's no way that can be in this one little area. And it was the fortune cookie.
You want to go to lunch?
Get your numbers off the fortune cookies, man.
You have some Chinese for lunch, bro?
I love Chinese food, don't you?
Me too.
So, anything going on? You playing this weekend?
No, we're off this weekend, man. Yeah, we're off. My lead singer is playing Sunday at Sandbar. Mark Henderson, go check him out from 2 to 5. Really cool band is playing Sandbar this weekend. Chris Key Band, local guys, great country music. If you know him, you love him. If you don't know him, you come on out and check him out. He's phenomenal.
There you go. All right, well, I guess that's about all. You got the music playing. He keeps giving me the finger over there. I don't know.
He's giving you something.
Love Mike Z. He'll be back.
That's his commentary on your thoughts.
Anybody ever hear how Packy's doing with his rehab?
I hope he comes back next week as a new man.
As a new man.
New man.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of going
He
over
says
there.
it's hot where he's at.
Oh, is it really? Yeah.
Well, what a surprise.
Oh man, I'm having to go over there and take care of his it's really neat, the basement, the way he's got all that set up. I have to go over there, you have to make the water and all that kind of stuff. So I'm tired of doing that. But anyway, that would be it. It's been a lot of fun. So anyway, but yesterday was a disaster. And he's got
10 seconds.
Is the cops in here or something?
Yeah. That last comment about helping out Jackie's clubhouse.
All right, folks. We'll talk to you bright and early Monday morning. We appreciate you.